Greetings and blessings, and guys, it is just under 2 hours to the big one, arguably the game of the season. Always, Man United, non-Man United fans, Liverpool fans, everyone who loves football is always looking out for this fixture. And now more than ever, after seeing Man United struggle, Liverpool flying high, the naysayers are waiting for it. But listen, guys, I'm here to tell you one thing. If you don't believe that Man United can shock Liverpool in their own den, this live is not for you. If you don't believe that Man United can upset the odds and beat Liverpool, this live is not for you. If you don't believe in Ruben Amorim, what he has shown and what he can do with this team, this live is not for you. But if you believe that football is a mischievous sport and that Man United, even in their worst of times, always have something and know how to turn up against Liverpool, even if it is at the hostile Anfield, this live is yours. You are home. Welcome to the United of Sport. My name is Webb, and here again we are to build up to less than 2 hours from now. We'll be getting into it. Guys, it's hot where I am. It's so hot. I was almost doing this without a shirt on, but I said, let me keep it professional and disciplined. But listen, it is so cold. It is so cold in Merseyside. Almost people were praying the game not to happen. And I'm thinking, when did Man United supporters become these cowards? Well, unfortunately for you, it is happening and I love it. That's exactly what I love. Guys, it's so cold. It's not as hot as it is here. It is in the opposite. So cold. So cold in Merseyside. And I know it's always painful to find your way home after losing a home game to a struggling rival in snow. That is how we expect Liverpool supporters, the COP, to live. Now, this year, found me reading a book. It's called, the book is called The Power of Positive Thinking. This is an old book given to me by my old man. And it's probably older than I am. It's probably in its 60s or 70s and stuff. But what a book. And this book has taught me one thing, to be positive in every facet of your life. This year, I choose positivity. And the part I'm on, we're talking how to break the worry habit. And I'm thinking, guys, this year I choose not to be worried. I choose to be positive. And how do I say I'm going to be positive this new year, but when I'm not positive about my team beating or surprising its biggest rival? Football, for the more than 35 years I've lived in my life, has been a big part of it. For the most part of my adult life, football has been a big part of it. Every day I live, breathe, and talk football. If it's not playing it when I was younger, it's talking about it. It's a career. So I think about football. And to be precise, Manchester United. So if I'm saying I'm choosing to be positive about life 2025, how in the world am I not going to be positive about my Man United going to Anfield, upset the odds, and shock Liverpool? Unless I didn't study my history about Man United to know that Sir Alex Ferguson, in his first season, went to Anfield with the worse Man United than this and beat them up by a 0-0. It was their only loss of. I don't care how high-flying they are. I don't care how on form they are. We can beat them. Yes, we can, like Barack Obama, guys. We can do it, and that's the attitude I do want us to take into this live. Welcome to the United of Sport once again. Like, share, subscribe, and call everyone, your friends, frenemies, in-laws, and outlaws, and tell them the biggest match of the season is on, and the COP has got to feel it. The cold is going to get down to their bones because Man United can be up for it. Now, how are they going to do that? That's the question. Look, guys, the table doesn't lie. Liverpool are far ages better than Man United. They are so good. Man United is so poor. These players are so poor. These players shouldn't be, perhaps 90% of them shouldn't be playing at Man United. We know that. But that doesn't count now. What matters is they are the ones there. They are the ones we should believe in, that they can go out there and get it. Form out of the window, but pedigree in. Liverpool, guys, you've forgotten that this same Liverpool was way better than us. I think this United is not any worse than the United that knocked them out of the FA Cup last season. The same United they failed to beat at Anfield in the last game, the last season. They are not any worse than that. So, guys, In fact, this United could be better. They are putting better passes together. They have a better coach. So for me, I just want to set that scene for you as we get into this live. That man, Diallo, Man United's player of the month of December, should pick it up from here. He loves Liverpool. He enjoys them, doesn't he? Well, Paul Kakembo, I see you. If you're a manager who wants to fit in Ferguson's shoes, you need a fixture like this at this time. That's the attitude exactly. This test, this is the ultimate test for any Man United manager. And you see, it's not even just about the result. It's about the show. It's about the show. They had time to prepare. Amorim is confident. I'm confident. Paul Kakembo, you honestly need this fixture at this very time. And don't forget, we are Man United. That's the attitude. In football, any gentleman who texted me from Zambia, let me just get his name. A gentleman, he's called Maxwell Banda. He's from Zambia. He texted me and saying, I'm a Manchester United fan. I like the way you narrate the player and the club, more especially today when you spoke about the match day talk and the lineup you predicted. And you always give me hope for my great club, Manchester United. That's, for me, is the whole point. You see, guys, I've told you about my book that I'm reading and the positivity you need. Guys, you've got to be positive. You've got to be positive. That positivity will pass, and go. The players will feel it as well. Football. I'm a bit of a spiritual guy. Football is a highly spiritual sport, by the way. It's highly spiritual. I mean, I won't go into that. But listen, for as long as the fan base is positive, they will feel the atmosphere, and that is all Man United. If they are going to confront this giant in Liverpool and humble them, they can humble them. It can happen. It doesn't matter who starts. It doesn't matter who is there. They can humble them. Happy Sichinga, Liverpool is dropping points today, and this could be the turning point for their season. I'm telling you, Man United. People are all, in the whole, Man United relegated mood, and I'm thinking, guys, do these people watch football? Do they watch football? Do they even sit down and think about how football works? Football is not obvious. It cannot be an obvious game. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It's a process. We are not there. Even if we beat Liverpool today, which I think is going to happen, doesn't mean we're a better team than them, that we are there. But guys, in these rivalries, in these grudge matches, it's just about having your time, prepare your players mentally to believe in them. These Man United players under Amorim have given us, of what they can do on a good day. This could be a good day if Ruben Amorim prepared them right. But if also, most importantly, they feel the energy and draw from that confidence from the fan base, the people who will travel to Merseyside, who will endure the cold in Merseyside to pass on that positive energy onto them. Alexander Luisi, I see you. He's saying Man U needs to recover from where we were at present. That's obvious, guys. We don't even need to keep, talking about what we need to do. The whole squad needs to be overhauled. That's in the long term. This is for the immediate. In terms of the immediate, the game coming up in less than 2 hours, the players need to be psyched. They need to believe. That's all they need to do to get their confidence back. And trust me, we've had some decent performances, even in loss at times. Putting together good passes, we can even control this game. Amorim is speaking about how they've been working on this particular for this particular game in the past weeks after they lost to Newcastle. What they've been working on is control. How do you have control of the game? You don't concede goals consistently in the first 3 minutes. No, it gets you jitters. You're inviting pressure on yourself. These are things he's been trying to work on. And against Liverpool, I thought the Jurgen Klopp Liverpool was way more difficult at their peak. They were way more difficult to beat than this Liverpool. They were way better than this Liverpool. This Liverpool is good. They are effective. They are lethal. Don't get it twisted. They're a good team. They are better than United, but they were not anywhere close to the Jurgen Klopp Liverpool. The same Liverpool that thumped us 7-0. They were at their prime. They were so robust, so direct, so fast, so intense. You couldn't contain them. They would come at you like a body rush, and you couldn't stop them. This Liverpool is more calculated. There's more composed. They are more calculative, and these are the games that Amorim loves. These are the managers that Amorim loves. That's why he beats Pep Guardiola for fun. He has no respect for the greatest, they say, of all time in Pep. He humbles him. Same thing with Ancelotti. Trust you me, Mikel Arteta felt him despite the loss to Arsenal. Guys, we can do this. We can do this. Yes, we can. That's the attitude we need. Now, but how do we do it? For me, the one thing I need Ruben Amorim to do, and I'm hoping he did this because this is not the time, but in his preparation for this game, I'm hoping that Ruben Amorim is thinking zones, is thinking decentralization. Prepare your team and divide them, give them specific roles in terms of containing the opposition, containing Liverpool. Mo Salah, they've got those two high flying wingers in Robertson and Trent Alexander-Arnold in the middle. If you find ways of getting your weaker players, because Liverpool players are way better than Man United players, but if Amorim finds ways of decentralizing roles, you tell Dalot, because he definitely is a hard worker and he will start. You don't expect him to just all of a sudden drop him. For who anyway? Who will he put in the left wing? It probably has to be him. Now, tell Dalot or whoever he puts in the left wing, even if it's Tyrell Malaysia brought back into the squad, I'm just saying, to man mark Mo Salah. Knock him out of the game. Man mark him. Man mark. Body to body. Body to body. He steps, you step. He jumps, you jump. He squats, you squats. He gets off the pitch, you follow him. Follow him and bully him psychologically, mentally. Frustrate the game out of him. Frustrate the game out of him. That's one. Whichever wing back on the left, frustrate. On the right, instead of putting Mazraoui on the right, put Ahmad. Because Ahmad will keep Andy Robertson there. Ahmad will make Andy Robertson too busy to think about attacking. He won't get the time. Mazraoui will then cope with any, small moments of attack that will come. Mazraoui will cope with those. And in 10 minutes, by the way, I'm going to be reading for you the starting 11. In 10 minutes, I'm going to be giving it to you. So, for me, that's important. In the middle, put Giants. See, one thing I enjoyed about in games like this, he just knew this is a better team than me. How do I then approach them? Get players who can fight the midfield battles, because football matches are won in the middle. Yes, Mo Salah will punish you, but he will do the finishing. But the real battles are in the middle. That's why I keep telling people, Liverpool's important player is Gravenberch this season. He has been Gravenberch. So, if you kill him off, you're probably inadvertently killing Mo Salah. So have a robust middle. Ugarte is back. Certainly he will do that work. You expect Ugarte to try and challenge in the middle. No guarantees he will win, but if he has got better support, and that's where, for me, put Lisandro Martinez in the middle. Put him there. Put Licha, change things a bit. Disorganize the Liverpool. They will be thinking, okay, what are they doing? Licha has never played in midfield. Put Licha, because they planned for Kobe Maino and perhaps Ugarte. That's the obvious. Or Kobe and Casemiro. That's the Ugarte and Casemiro rather. That's the obvious. No, surprise them. Drop Licha in there and put your Harry Maguire and Delete and Mazraoui in the back. Yes, this surprise them, and people will say that those are too many defenders. No, it's being, like I said, it's being because you've got to respect Liverpool. Now, respecting Liverpool doesn't mean you don't turn up for the game. It means your tactics should be designed to cope with their strength. So you design your tactics based on them. Don't come all out trying to play your game. This is a weakness that I do recall certain Arsenal players had for a long time with Arsene Wenger. They were saying one of the biggest issues that Arsene Wenger had was methods, that he did not even care. They never previewed the team they were going to play. All they did was focus on themselves. So instead of at times tweaking their game plan based on the opposition, he didn't have any form of respect for the opposition. Perhaps that's why they struggled to win titles despite playing probably the most beautiful football we've seen in the Premier League. So, for me, that is a tweak. Sir Alex Ferguson used to do that. Tweak things around. So you respect Liverpool, they are better than you in all zones of the pitch. So what then do? You need to put in players based on what their strength and weaken them. Then trust the three. You see, you're saying these are so many defenders, but what are the options? If he doesn't put defensive players, who is going to cover up? There are no attacking players. Who is going to play wing back? Who is going to play? Because the ideal would be an attack-minded wing back. But they are not there. So we're using what we have to manage and cope with them. So you're saying that squad has so many defenders. Which attackers? And usually the squads that have had attackers, what have they yielded? What results have they brought? This, for me, has got to be a tactical masterpiece from Ruben Amorim, where he tweaks things up and expect players to deliver according to the book. Play by his instructions. Set the starting 11 now, okay? Andrew Onana in goal, Diogo Dalot, Mathis de Ligt, Amad Diallo, Bruno Fernandes, Kobbie Mainoo, Lisandro Martinez, Mazraoui, and Manuel Ugarte. I think in terms of personnel in my starting 11, how he is arranging them, I think will be the debate now. Liverpool has got Alisson, Alexander-Arnold, Ruben Diaz, Cody Gakpo, Gravenberch, Jones, Konate is back, okay. McAllister, Robertson, Salah, and Van Dijk. So I think in terms of personnel, my starting 11 was spot on. But now the difference will be in how he has placed them. Probably, it's highly unlikely that he's going to put Lisandro Martinez in the middle. He'll probably, but to see, whereas they played well, by the way. Kobbie played well with who was it when he came on off the bench? Who did he partner in the middle in the last game? I think it was Casemiro. Whereas Kobbie played well, my view is that we need Bruno. Instead, if he's not going to put Lisandro Martinez in the place of Licha to play with Ugarte in the middle, he would rather put Bruno there because Bruno is a better hard worker, better fighter than Kobbie, and push Kobbie in 10. That's regardless. We can still do it, regardless which players are on the pitch, how he has arranged. So we've got Dalot, Mazraoui, de Ligt, Martinez, and Maguire. Now, I do wonder how he's going to position them. Of course, I'm yet to see the order. Of course, until the game starts, until you see it on the pitch. But for me, that's it. Nabuguzi Evelyn, I'm sure today we have to win. I have a strong feeling in me watching from Saudi. Thanks for the update, bro. Thank you, fam. So you've got the starting 11. Let me just get it for you and give you the names so that they stay there as we go on for the remaining few minutes of this build-up. So it is very possible, guys. And you see, in such a game, of course, all focus for them will be on Amad Diallo because he's the obvious one to punish them. But these are the Bruno games, by the way. For me, the player to watch, who is going to feel the cold? Will it be the traveling fans or the home fans? Who will feel the cold? Because, trust me, it won't be easy for one of the two fan bases to leave that cold Merseyside. But it better not be United. So that's the starting 11 right there. Onana, Mazraoui, de Ligt, Maguire, Martinez, Bruno. Let me just remind you of how I had assembled this team in my starting 11 in the video I posted earlier. Yeah. In my preview video, I got it spot on in terms of personnel. I will brag about that. Now, I do just want to see how Amorim is going to assemble these players. Yet to see it. So, for me, this is how I had assembled the same team. Yeah? Dalot on the left, Amad on the right wing back. You see, Amad, I feel like, yes, Amad is good as one of on the right hand side. Amad is good everywhere you put him. But with the players we have, I feel like if we put Amad in the 10 number 10, it means we are going to put another defender where he is. That's Mazraoui, and then have Lisandro Martinez, de Ligt, and Maguire as the back three. I quite feel that's way too defensive. Whereas, of course, understandably, with the players he has got to have many defenders inadvertently, many defensive players. I think he would rather keep the right wing alive, because if Amad goes to the right wing back, then obviously he has to get an attack-minded player, an attacking player, to replace him in the 10. Instead of putting, for me, I feel like this Mazraoui playing where Amad is as a right wing back is it really both wings, because the Dalot wing is already ineffective. So And you see, wings, whereas his system does not respect width, wings are, you see, you cannot, I mean, it's not by mistake that most coaches want to have to play with wingers, or with that space with good wingers. Wings are important. They give you that dimension, they stretch the pitch. You need a wing back who is going to stretch the pitch in a way. So for me, I'm quite, I don't like Mazraoui on the right. I neither do I like Dalot on the left. But Dalot, guys, we all hate on Dalot, but let's understand who is there. Okay, put out Dalot. Who do you put there? There are no options. There are no options. So I understand that on the left we need a rushing to find someone in this January. But on the right, if we put Ahmad there, there is life on that wing because he has got the energy to go forward, do stuff in that space, and then also come back because he's too disciplined to not lose his marker, to cover his tracks defensively. The defenders do their defending. Let Ahmad bring the excitement on that wing. Other players, Bruno, and a one creative other player to play behind Højlund. You see, and I'm not saying what I'm saying will completely work, will definitely work. But, I mean, you can't different results. For me, that's my view of life. You've got to think, to create. You've got to think and find ways of creating solutions. Try out things. You've got to try out things. I feel like that's a bit like, whereas this play, we all say, you know what? We tried to play with Kobe as a 10. It didn't work. It didn't work. But this boy, whenever he has got himself in those positions, you saw the pass he gave to Casemiro. You saw the goal he scored against Liverpool last season. That turn, controls and turn. Those are all things he does in the number 10 space. The goal he scored against Wolves. Kobe is very lethal. So lethal. The closer he gets to goal. In the opposition's third, in the final third, Kobe is very, very lethal. I feel like dropping him to play defensive duties is just stressing his life. Is just making him work so hard, yet his game attack-minded. And as a 10, certainly he will have to learn. You see, and what people forget, I mean, this is the funny thing, you people don't give enough time to this football thing. Kobe himself, I shared that interview of him here. He was talking to Garnacho. Kobe said himself, all his life in football, he was a striker, he was a 10. He was learning on the job. He's learning this 8 and 6 role on the job. They are just modifying him into that player. And that happened under Erik ten Hag, you would understand, because the need was there in that department. Casemiro was injured, United had issues, and they had to find someone to come and cover those traps, which he did decently well, and we saw his talent. But now that there could be options, you've got Ugarte and perhaps a window where you can buy in a number 8. Let the boy go back to what he used to enjoy, because he made his name playing as a 10, guys. And I see people pretending to know a lot of football, that Kobe is not a 10. I'm like, come on, go to hell. You don't know nothing about. This boy said it himself. But if you know anything about football, when you watch Kobe play, how the way he is so dangerous in the final third behind the striker, you proper see why this boy should be molded into a 10. Give him 4 games playing him as a 10. Kobe will score 2 and create 8 chances. He has done it already whenever anyhow. I like the lineup, but I'm worried for Maguire Maguire for phase out. I think Maguire is too motivated and he's taking this home. That's the attitude. Liverpool will struggle in this match. They will be too much for us, but won't penetrate us. Eddie's follower for wow, that is an interesting lineup. Could work, but I don't see Amorim doing this. He seems a bit stubborn. Thank you. Hey bro, I'm 100% on your side. I know they are on top of their game, but for me, even if United is playing Barcelona and the Real Madrid combined, and Real Madrid, I think you were meant to say combined, I will never give a win against United, even if it looks obvious. Fans again. Hi, good afternoon, guys. Man United need a better player because I am from Sierra Leone, West Africa. Yes, brother, how is West Africa? Yes, they need better players, and they will get Gerard Masaba. Ahmad is playing as on the right hand side of as the right 10. Okay, usual thing, same old, and it's okay. By the way, Ahmad is still good when he plays there. I was just explaining why I think It's better put him on the. You can get solutions for the 10. It's harder to get a solution for the right wing because Mazraoui is not. It doesn't work with Mazraoui. It doesn't. Okay. So yeah, guys, give me your predictions, guys. As I wrap this up, I meant to be here until until when we got the lineup. By the way, guys, if these players turned up, let me tell you, for the past games we've played, I think Onana has not been on his best behavior. He hasn't brought his A game. Mazraoui has not brought his A game. Licha has not brought his A game. Most of our players have not brought their A game. Even Ahmad himself. Now imagine if all of them bring their A game. We can match. And the games we've lost, the errors, most of the errors were individual errors. The headers against us. Maguire is on his A game, which we know he can be. He was just confirmed, triggering his contract extension. That builds confidence in him. If all players, if Licha is on his best behavior, if this Man United little, Liverpool will ask for water. You see that it's cold in Merseyside, they'll ask for cold water to drink. I'm telling you this. Did we come to defend or attack that we have almost 7 defenders? So who should we put? Just Amule Nashira. Just give me your option, because the defenders I see in this squad are Lisandro Martinez, Maguire, Delite, Mazraoui, and Dalot. Those are 5. There are 5 defenders, 6 non-defenders. Let's be honest. There are 5 defenders. So who would you remove for who? From the players you have, would you remove Dalot and put Garnacho as a wing back? By the way, I love the fact that Amorim I just thought my mind. I just hope the positioning of the players is not the obvious. Because probably in terms of personnel, these are the exact players that Liverpool prepared for. But placement, how they are deployed, I think is what Amorim can change. But also, most importantly, their attitude. So Anthony for who? Victor Wandera. I like the lineup, but the Liverpool team will destroy us. The United players are not motivated. Looking at the log, just after the yesterday draws, Liverpool definitely want to stretch the gap. Yeah, they will want to, but we don't want to be relegated. I don't think these players want to be relegated, do they? I think Man United players should be more hungry than Liverpool players. That's my view, because Liverpool, I think Man United players should be more hungry. But I think if the players are psyched up right, Anthony for Dalot, so you put, okay, it makes sense. But we haven't seen Amorim try to do that and put a left-footed player on the left wing. I don't know why. Again, he doesn't try out anything. But you see, you wonder what Dalot does. And again, I keep going back to the Cristiano Ronaldo interview about Man U when he left. How he spoke highly of Dalot and his attitude. You see, Man United are like hard-working players. Dalot has consistently, and I think, proved to every manager at Man United that he's a hard worker. So it's so difficult for managers to drop such players, especially if you have a bunch of players who have the wrong attitude, wrong mentality, who don't work hard, perhaps who don't listen. So even with his weak hands, his start in all these teams, under all these managers, he earns it. Now, whether that's enough, but you see, managers choose lineups based on what they see in training. That's what managers do. So Dalot goes back in training. They talk to him. He responds in training. They put him there hoping that he will turn up. He doesn't. So if you're the manager, what do? It's a bit of a confusion. So with Dalot and what we know about his hard work, I will not obliterate it just like they did for against Arsenal. I don't think so. I think Amorim has thought my mind. Started the players I put in my Pro Bowl 11. How he assembles them, sure, certainly will be the best possible. But I have hope. That something good will turn up for Man U tonight. So That's it, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'll be back with the match reaction. In case you're new here, we are here every day. Subscribe, like, share, and of course, believe. Musa Kawalia, hey Web, I'm confident this time round. The worst performance against Liverpool is going to be a draw. Otherwise, we get to win this. We've got to win it, man. Musa Kawalia, that's it. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's what's up. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Catch you again with the match reaction after, of course, the final whistle. Of any news, maybe if there is any shocking news that we could see. Okay, let's see if there is any news. Let's see if there is any just quick news of the squad and what have you that we can look into. These interviews, another interview again. Amorim is again subjected to another interview. Man, this media team of Man United, the guy is suffering, but he's dropping more interviews than games. You know, they can't read the room and see that what United supporters need now is the team winning. They keep, you know, the more they just keep interviewing the guy, you know, it looks so ugly. United has lost 4 games on the bounce, 4 games in a row. I don't know. To be honest, I personally don't judge Amorim and Man U now on results, because I know these players are just temporary. They will leave. But I just look at how they play, what Amorim does, his decisions, his substitutions, and just, for me, I watch these games to judge the manager, not the players anymore. At this point, there is nothing much to expect from these players. If they turn up, it's a pleasant surprise. But I think we just need to look at the manager more and what you have the worst nights. You have poor nights. Have yourselves a good game. Enjoy it. Go grab a drink. You drink some juice. Calm yourself down and enjoy the game. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and be ready for my match reaction, whichever way it goes. Cheers.